You know what it's like to be in the game for 30 years? It's like knowing everything, being a part of everything, knowing everybody. It's just a beautiful thing to kind of know hip hop inside out, to be a part of the beginning as well as what's going on right now. So, 30 years in the game, that's a lot, baby. A lot of people could say they went through certain eras in hip hop and they were popular or active during certain eras. I've been through all that shit. I work with the best of them, from Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, Tupac, Biggie, whoever you want to name. I even work with Lady Gaga. If you ever got an opportunity to be around somebody like Lady Gaga, you would instantly change your opinion on her, because what I noticed instantly was that she plays multiple instruments, she sings, she probably could even rap, as well as, she really looked out for us. She was good people where she made sure our experience in her world was top notch. Not to mention, she got a fat ass. Well, there's a lot going on in hip hop right now with the digital age, with the social media and the internet that wasn't around back when I first came in the game. But when you really look at it and analyze it really close, the internet ain't nothing but, worldwide pavement. It's the same thing as when we got out on the streets and we pushed them tapes from corner to corner, turf to turf. The internet ain't nothing but the same thing. Every click is another person that you would have came across on the street. So you gotta get your hustle on. It ain't no different. You gotta get on the internet and get active just like somebody would be in the streets. Well, definitely, I'm not a streaming hater, because the checks come and they look really good for when you get paid. When you get paid for your music being streamed. But I know about the haters. People don't like the fact that you play a song or you pick a station or something, however they do it, and it picks the songs for you. Some people really want to be in control of the music that they listen to, every song, DJ style. But me, I'm sort of like a random kind of guy. When I'm on my iPod, I don't mind throwing it on random and just seeing what comes on. So if I jump on a Spotify or a Google Play or Pandora, I don't mind just getting a random playlist. I don't mind, but I understand the people that do. I'm all for streaming because, as we know, we went from wax to cassettes. Well, I skipped 8-tracks, cassettes, CDs, downloads, MP3s, all this stuff, and all these formats are, different quality and stuff. And I just feel like streaming is not, as we know it today, it's not of the best quality, but at the same time, it's a convenience, man, when I throw on Pandora and I don't have to go around shuffling through my own music and just get a little playlist. So I'm all for the streaming, especially the money. Social media has made the entertainment industry completely interactive with the fans and the celebrities, as well as the companies. Everybody now knows what's on everybody else's mind. And it's sometimes really cruel. The comments that people put up after you post something can be mean. It can be encouraging. So it's like, without even getting that evil eye from somebody, you can get creative criticism. Even if it's haterism, you still can hear how people feel about what you're presenting, what you're trying to entertain them with. So I feel like social media it's like a miracle. Who could get that many reactions that fast in the old days? Well, I would have to say our best strategy these days would be to start a grassroots movement, which used to be flyers, word of mouth, radio spots, stuff like that. Now it's more like you just push it out on the internet so many different ways through social media. It's so many ways to put that out there. So I feel like what used to be a grassroots movement in the streets now could be a grassroots movement on the internet, which gives you a lot of movement, a lot of freedom to go the route you want to go. You might not, I don't want to pass out flyers that end up being, some utensil they use for rolling blunts. I don't want to do that. I want my music I want people to know it's out there and to have the choice to say, I want it or I don't. So We definitely got to make sure that we have that internet footprint where you see it. And the way we want to do that is through partnerships with corporations, partnerships with radio stations, anybody that has that audience. We'd like to tap in. You do something for me, I do something for you. We work it out, and we just kind of like maximize the visibility of the 30th anniversary album. It doesn't have to be platinum. It just has to be known that it's out there. If I could create a mobile app, it would automatically, once a chick opens it, her body would start gyrating uncontrollably, and it would go ding, 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 ding. The more she does it right, she'd earn more points. And I would actually apply that ass to great, wonderful things like my own personal pleasure. It would be called the ass app. Shake that monkey. I think the B word, the way I say it, is fun. It can be fun to say. It can also be the perfect tool when you want to be mad. It can also be, a party starter or whatever. It's just like I personally look at it like a term of endearment, but other people look at it like something they want to diss somebody with. Other people look at it like what's Too Short's favorite word? BS. It's just whatever. So I feel like when a guy like Ice Cube says it on one of his songs back in the day, "A bitch is a bitch," when a guy like Snoop Dogg and the whole Death Row, Dog Pound, everybody, Dr. Dre start going biatch, and the music is worldwide. So the word became a household item, and it's a mainstay in pop culture, and that's all I can say.
What was Too Short?
Oh, I think we've all had our moments on stage where things have happened. I can admit to you that I don't do a lot of rappers perform on stage over the actual record. I prefer the instrumental. So when I'm on stage rapping, it's really me rapping. So I'd have to be, honest with you guys and say, I fuck up every show. Somewhere in every show I fuck up. But I don't see it as the most embarrassing thing. I think the most embarrassing thing that happened to me happened right before a show. I was at a meet and greet autograph signing, and a pack of fans, like hundreds of fans, rushed the artists. The artists it was me, it was Eazy-E, could have been a few members of NWA. I don't know if the whole group was there, but we were at a mall before the show signing autographs. And when the fans rushed the artists, they broke the barricades down, and they were just running just to give you that love, that touch. But what happened was all of us artists turned around and ran. And we ran inside the record store. We were in the mall in front of the record store. My dumb ass ran straight into a wall. Knocked myself the fuck out. Woke up in the back room. They had to tell me what happened. And then I had to get on stage in 2 hours with a big ass knot on my forehead. But the show must go on. I picked wrong this Super Bowl. I'm usually right, and this time I picked wrong. I picked the Carolina Panthers because of the season that they had. I picked them because they were playing against the Denver Broncos, who are religiously hated by Raider fans. And if you cut me in the arm right now, I bleed silver. So I could not root for the Broncos. And I heard it from the Bronco fans after the game. We knew he was going to win. But nobody. Las Vegas said Panthers. What did you learn from staying in jail, Too Short? I learned how to cook food in a sink with lukewarm hot water. Imagine that. Well, everybody's saying Drake won because of a back-to-back. But I could have, if I could have been a consultant and Meek would have started the way he started, my advice would have been, after round one, just Let it go. Just step up and say, oh, he got me. Because, you know, the thing is, Meek's woman is like Drake's sister. So you kind of like fighting your brother-in-law. You know what I mean? So I would have not, it wouldn't have been hardball with me. It would have been for the fun of it, poke and jab, you got me, whatever, and we would have just kept on being homies and family instead of being like this some goddamn war. Yeah. The only advice I would have for Kanye West is to stay in the studio because the boy makes hits. And about Kanye off the stage or off the microphone, I mean, I like when he said, I own the internet. Him and his girl own the internet. They the hottest shit on the internet and can't nobody say anything otherwise. So to Kanye, I say, keep it up. Keep up the good work, homie. Making that good music. The problem with hip hop is the older generation doesn't like the new music. The new generation don't know shit about the old shit, the old music. So I think that we need a little bit of rock and roll in us to where we respect and appreciate the founders, the forefathers who laid the foundation. You have the 70s rappers who invented it. You have the early 80s rappers who came in through the early 80s to the mid 80s and made rap a business. You have the rappers that came after Run DMC and Russell and Houdini and all them made rap gold and platinum and they started endorsing products like Adidas. The next wave of rappers that came in from the late 80s to the early 90s went platinum. They got rich. They reaped the benefits of what was put out there for them by the artists that came before them, and they appreciated it. Next came the bling bling era, and I think somewhere down the line we lost the appreciation of who laid the foundation. That's what's wrong with hip hop. We don't appreciate what came before us and what came after us. What rapper would I want to be? That's not a good question.
I thought so too, man.
You know, I'd honestly have to say,
if you had superpowers, what would your superpowers be?
well, if it's an easy answer to that. If I had superpowers, there would be I would be a mind reading, mind manipulator that just covers everything. You seen the X-Files? Not X-Files, but the X-Men. Had to put that metal helmet on to keep dude out your mind, man. I'm that dude. But I don't know. If I had to use my powers to become a rapper, I would probably pick any random ass rapper that's on like a festival tour and be like, okay, let's go into fucking 50,000 a night Cedars and fucking throw that dick on the crap table. No, I'm fucking around. Best advice you ever gonna get is the moment that you think you're successful, the moment that you see the crowd screaming for you, the checks coming in the mail, you ain't made it yet. You just getting your foot in the door. What you need to do at that moment is work harder than you ever worked ever, because it's hard to get in the game, but it's even harder to stay in the game. So that's that's the problem we have with a lot of entertainers, is that once they make it, they get a little pacified, you know, especially in hip hop. What do you do when you make it? You get a fly spot, you get a bad bitch, you get a lot of weed, and you fuck, and you smoke, and you play video games. And then what happens? You don't go to the hood no more. Next album, second album, third album, it's dwindling. So, you know, I say work hard to get there, work harder to stay there. Best part about being black is that you get built in cool. You don't have to work on it. So it's I think it's hard to be black and not be cool. You got to work on that. So, you know, even like the nerdiest black dudes can get a little pimp walking and swag it out a little bit. So, you know, that's probably like the best part. You thought I would say a big dick or whatever, but, you know, shit. Yeah, a big dick, you just get used to it. My thoughts on police brutality. Been there, done that. That's like old news. That's like the war on drugs, a.k.a. the war on crime, a.k.a. Jim Crow, a.k.a. slavery. Been there, done that, bro. Who would I like to meet? I want to meet the motherfucker who sits on top of one of them Rio de Janeiro ghettos with the million people up on the hill, what they call them, the favela, what do they call them? Something like that. And a motherfucker is untouchable because no Rio de Janeiro police will ever come up that damn mountain and you just live up there like a king. I want somebody to walk me up that mountain and hang out with the king of the mountain. Because I heard you can't get up that mountain. It ain't for everybody. So, I like to go places that other people can't go. Donald Trump, I don't think Trump needs my advice, but at the same time, I would just say, now that you got all this momentum, you need to scale back a little bit and not be so offensive for no damn reason. You know what I mean? The shock value got you in there. Now let's play some politics. Let's talk a little politics. Show them what you know. Put the brain to work, and keep the showbiz going. But at the same time, give them some meat and potatoes because they don't think you got it. And I personally don't really want Trump in the office. But if you're gonna go in there with your swag and some political knowledge.